video is titled Uncle Aaron Creases Miles Jordans. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 in the Next Chapter colorway, also known as the Spider-Verse or Spider-Verse 2 or Cross the Spider-Verse, whatever you want to call them. This is them. So first things first, I did not get the original version. It is my favorite of the two. I think that the first version of this shoe for the previous movie, the first movie, was just way better. It was more of a traditional Chicago look, but it had like the, I don't know if they were supposed to be the Spider Sense or a nod to OG comics back in the day when they did Band-Aid dots. But either way, I really liked that shoe. I thought that they were great. My son, or our son, actually had a pair of them and he wore the shit out of them. I don't know where they are. They're in a box somewhere. I did keep them. He wore the hell out of those with a Miles jacket because like Miles, some like new comic book nerds don't like that guy.
You serious?
I guess I understand, but I really don't because like I grew up with like Batman and Batman Beyond and Azrael and stuff. So I'm used to like different versions of things and I like it all. And I really like Miles. I think that he's awesome. But the main thing is that Miles is the current generation's version of Peter Parker, whereas Peter Parker's our Spider-Man.
I love you guys. Thank you.
I really like that my kid has his own thing to attach himself to, but we can still do it together in a fun way. So I really liked it. I loved finding those shoes. We just walked into a random shoe palace. They were there in his size. He was like, "Can I please get them?" And it was really awesome. So now I have my pair. Again, I don't really like these, but it is what it is.
They've grown on me.
I like what they've done to it. It's like those Red 6s. Like they're really cool, but like I just wouldn't wear them. I'm not much for like shelf pieces with sneakers anymore, unless they're stuff like that back there where it's either OG like history or it's sentimental or whatever. It's got to be something like that. However, I am a little bit disappointed in the box. I don't know if the originals came in a regular box like this because again, I never got a pair. I just know that the pairs that I would see online, it looked like they had a Spider-Verse box, whereas these are just a regular Nike Jordan box.
The presentation is lacking, especially
Heavily.
since Adidas goes all out with their collaboration.
Should I show those?
Sure.
This is really weird to me. First off, because Miles wore the Jordan 1s, the Jordan branded an official collaboration with the Spider-Verse movie, the first one. They released the shoe, yada, yada, yada. The PS5 game came out, and all of a sudden Miles is wearing Adidas. Adidas is like, yeah, we got an official signature contract with this character or whatever, and I thought that was strange. And so then Adidas has done their own, and these are kids exclusives, but the presentation is like way cooler and stuff. We've got the official Miles version. These are super cute. They even come wrapped in concept art or like paneling art from the actual movie. These all should be available still. I don't know for sure, but you could check. We'll have a link in the description box. And we've got the Gwens right here. These are also super cool. By the way, these are the Donovan Mitchell shoes, the Issue Force. So this one's probably the coolest one. Not something that I would wear personally, but Spider-Man 2099 is one of my favorite Spider-Mans besides Ben Reilly. I know that the Clone series or the Clone Saga back in the day, I have all those issues. I know that it wasn't well received. I was one of those people who were like, this is dumb. But it's also cool because you got to see the Spider-Verse stuff. You remember when they did it in the animated series? With Madam Web and no? Okay, sorry. And then last but not least, we got Spider-Punk. This guy's really cool as well. He's an actual like punk rocker.
Go Web, go!
Adidas sent all of these a long time ago, so really big thank you to them. My son has already outgrown most of them, unfortunately, because they only are select sizes. But they did send matching apparel, especially for this, where it's a Spider-Punk jacket. So if your kid likes to dress up like his favorite Spider-Man or men or women,
hey guys,
go check out their apparel. It's actually pretty cool.
Mr. Stark, it smells like a new car in here.
Now, as for these guys, they switch things up a little bit, but not too much despite how weird they look compared to the original one. But when you put them side by side with the first model, this is still a Chicago Air Jordan 1. It's just that I believe the whole look is that it's going through the Spider-Verse. So like the toe is kind of still there, but everything from there back is just getting up. The outsole is probably going to be most people's favorite thing. I think that it visually looks stunning. I like this a lot more than the original version, which was a clear blue, only because this is not going to turn piss yellow.
Snow cone?
But the best thing about this outsole is actually that it glows in the dark. And it's a really weird glow because when you hit it with like a black light or UV light, it glows kind of green despite it being red. There's also like weird glittery looking things or flakes in it and stuff. So I think that a lot of people are gonna like that. By the way, these are gonna be available all the way down to toddler sizes. So if your little one wants a pair and wants to like dress up with their new Spider-Man shoe, then they can do that. I know that our kid has already asked for these. Now the tooling is the same as any other Air Jordan 1s. You got a rubber cup sole, and then inside that cup sole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside of that polyurethane wedge is a heel air unit, all encapsulated in all of this rubber, so you can't feel a thing, but it's all in there. And then another thing that they cheaped out on is the insole. We don't even get, what are they called, Dream Cells? I almost called it like Durapontex. I don't even think that's a thing.
It is a thing.
It is a thing?
Previously on...
This is the insole. We've got a Durapontex. This is closer to the original. I think the originals actually had the blue additional EVA pods. There's too much stuff in there. And like, it's getting jumbled.
My brain is melting!
But either way, the insole is a cheap piece of shit. So yeah, they didn't even give you what they give you as like a standard at this point. So I think that that's disappointing, and I don't like this. Luckily you can swap it out, but for the price, come on guys, like really, you know that you're still making your profit, just maybe not as much. Now the materials are all over the place, and that's one of the things where I will give them a lot of credit because they actually used really nice materials throughout despite them being patchwork style. So the toe leather is actually leather. It's very nice leather. It's a really nice red too. It's like a weird kind of like candy red, not quite like the Chicago ones, at least not the Lost and Founds, but those are a little bit darker. They're supposed to be dingy looking. These look very bright and vibrant. The toe leather is very thin cut, but it's pretty much leather, kind of leather, you know what I mean? Same thing with the white mid panel, but all of these different materials that you see on here are actual leather. It's just different varieties of leather. So you got patent leather, you've got suede, you've got more of a nubuck finish, and then what you see with the kind of like artwork that's printed onto the upper, those feel more like a vinyl and not leather. But the primary materials and stuff are actually leather. This swoosh and this collar though, patent and not patent leather, like in the real sense, where it's leather behind the patent, it's just synthetic. But that little guy, a little shiny piece, that's actually leather behind the patent. And then one thing that they changed between these and the regular Air Jordan 1s is just the tongue tab. It almost looks unfinished. I don't not like it, but also don't love it. It is just strange though that it doesn't wrap around and stuff. So that's the one thing. The tongue feels a little bit stiffer than usual as well. I don't know if that's a thing, but it just feels that way. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. So whatever you typically wear with your Air Jordan 1s, that's exactly what I would recommend. Fingers crossed that everybody that wants a pair is able to get them. I was unable to get them on the shock drop. Surprise, surprise. So I had to go the GOAT route. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Are you gonna go after a pair? Do you like the first one more than this one? If you wanted to rank the two, go for it. How excited are you for this movie? I'm excited. Between this and The Flash, I don't know which one I can't wait to see next, or first. Actually, I think Flash comes out first, or is it Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse and then Flash? I'm okay with that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. We will catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one. Bro, there's no laces either?
No extra laces?
There's no extra nothing. Jordan Brand just wants all the money and all the profit.